Junior Iron Mouse and Joyer spotted? That go crazy. I mean, who am I to talk? I actually ended up getting the Iron Mouse pins, so. Hey everyone, it's Erasmian and welcome back to another episode of HPK Rankups. We're going to be trying to, do a couple of Rankups until the server closes. We are recording before, the server maintenance date so as to, squeeze as much juicy content as possible out of the server before maintenance starts again. So either way, we're going to try and continue beating the Rankups as much as possible. There are 8 total Rankups, so needless to say, this is going to be pain, but we've beat already 5 of these rank ups, so we're just going to continue yapping over our completions and hope you guys enjoy it. Carry on! Okay, so now this one is a pretty big of a difficulty spike from the previous rank up. So needless to say, this is going to be an interesting endeavor. But having already beat it, I can just tell you, basically, yeah, no, it's a pretty pronounced difficulty spike. With this one, you can just jump and ignore this block completely. I will let you know that. But I'm going to try also not just to yap, but also shoot for a better time than my previous one, hopefully. But yeah, it's, again, mostly about figuring that kind of stuff out. Parkour by Serve. Serve is a goated player. Plays a lot. Has an entire server actually dedicated to a thing called Serve Core. I think there's a whole server that I don't know if I'm assuming that because it bears his name that Serve started it. See, this kind of a like a ladder up is kind of tricky because because I keep hitting the ladder but not catching it. There we go. So I found that sprinting from that edge helps out with that jump a lot. For these kind of ladders, your stairs, try and hit this staircase, and head hitter timing is again super important for this section. This is more of a again feeling out your hitboxes and sections. You do want to also play around with how you hit the slime. You can chain it, and you can hit it one at a time, but it's always going to be better. And again, going back to the whole that sort of section thing, you want to chain these jumps as well to make that much easier on yourself. Same with this one. This one's also kind of strange because the glass textures, the vanilla glass textures, really mess with your sense of the timing. But this one's pretty. I was thinking this is pretty free for anyone who plays parkour. But with this one, yeah, follow the signs, slide along this wall gently, and to make a once you get close to hitting this wall, make a sharp turn and press space and shift and that sort of thing. With these ones, yeah, again, hitter timing super critical to get ladder parkour down pat. With that one, it's just a simple no sprint head hitter one tick timing with a slight turn in, and yeah, that should be able to get you pretty consistently. And when you try and come in again, you want to try and make your travel time along the top of the block as long as possible, so that you can then press the space bar. You can line up most of these jumps pretty effectively and efficiently. With these kinds of jumps that are a little more tight, you can press the space bar, but you do want to try and press the sneak key as much as you can to increase your chances as much as you can of sticking onto the ladder, because just pressing space is sometimes not going to cut it. It'll shift or sneak, whatever button you've decided. Standard control sneak is shift. See, again, because I was pressing sneak or shift, I was able to catch that. Granted, I could have caught that ladder with space, but because I was hitting that, I was able to save the jump. So, again, with these kind of corner round jumps, you want to try and line it up as corner as much as possible, make the use of turns. And with this jump, again, you want to, it's pretty free once you get to it. Nope. Rip. Okay, so we were kind of able to save it, but again, slash prac is a thing, and I'm trying to avoid the use of it as much as possible because it, helps with my, not just muscle memory and that sort of thing, but there's something different about completing it without prac. Once you've completed a section, you really want to try to not abuse prac spamming, because you do end up, I guess it's more of a psychological thing, really, where your skill is negatively affected because you're not in the right mindset for parkour. Not me just trying to, you know, hit you up with a like psychology class on how to get better at parkour. But trust. Okay, so we might want to try. Nah, we're not going to practice this. There we go. We had hit it before, so that was just a matter of getting the turn in right. Down you go. Right here, landing on this glass block. And then to the seat. This is pretty free. You don't need to like do any slime. Like not from here, but from here. I think you can just, there we go. If I wasn't, you know, if I didn't hesitate, I could have, it's a very easy landing. You just full send. You can jump from further back too. And you'll make, this is a pretty free jump. So again, shift or sneak is crucial with these kinds of jumps, at least personally. You can get better and you can learn to use more of the strafes and the mouse movement and that sort of thing. But to begin with, it's super helpful to have movement along this axis. Not axis, what am I talking about? Actual yap. Safety! But pressing shift is a good, the sneak button, or whatever you have it bound to, usually shift, helps out a ton with securing ladder parkour that otherwise would have escaped your grasp. The one thing for ladder parkour that I've yet to master, my oldest enemy, is X-facing ladder ups. I've gotten better at doing them, but you can't chain that, by the way, if you line up the orientation right. But I'm not quite at that level yet, and I guess I was yapping, so. And, you know, time to do it again. I have my old enemy waiting for me up there. I think that's a Z-facing, but either way. Ladder ups or ladder plus twos, depending on what you call them. My absolute most detested jump. See, you could chain that. So every jump has been made X-facing in newer versions, by the way. So some jumps that were Z-facing that were possible in this version are not possible in other versions. Even if, you know, clutching onto ladders is a lot more easy in newer versions, that still, you know, negates some of the jumps that are possible. So regardless of that, see, sometimes it's a matter of like lining it up correctly and getting that turn in right, bam, just like that. And see, it's kind of satisfying to pull off. Who am I kidding? Very satisfying to pull off. But sometimes, if you're not careful with these half slabs and the ladders, you do overshoot when you sprint, and that will boot you all the way back. So around you go. Oh, saved it. Let's go. See that? And that's the power of strafing, ladies and I'll be back. Around you go. See, and again, head hitter timing is super important for these kinds of like neos. So, and I think it is possible with the right kind of momentum to make this. Is it possible? Maybe. I'm not about to risk it though. Actually, no. Fuck it. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna give that a shot because I'm intrigued and curious. Oh, and by the way, I guess I never said thank you for 50 subscribers. Something very special is coming along the ways. Yeah, thanks for deciding to stick around and watch me yap about video games. So let's try max force momentum. It is not possible. Not with the 3-block ceiling. I'm sure some OJer who's watching, you know, is like, hey yo, there's this crazy input you can do to make that kind of a jump. But frankly, I'm not interested. No, I'm kidding. But for real, if someone knows of a strategy for something crazy like that, you know, they were thinking up in the HPK Discord of, you know, new one jumps to come up with for when the server finally comes back online. So who knows, maybe a 3-block ceiling, one block jump to, you know, 6-block length ladder is possible. I can't remember all the acronyms, but yes, here, behold mine enemy. Ladder plus twos. At least, you know, the builders of this map were kind enough to give a big safety net around it. However, This one is a lot easier because, as can be seen from my coordinates, I am facing towards -z or z, depending on where you come from. So it's pretty straightforward with this one. What you do is you move as far to the right and as far back or as far to the corner as you possibly can. Face out, jam it. Let me get back to you. Face outwards, jam it, and then turn in as quickly as you can. And turn as quickly as you can, and then press shift or sneak, whatever your sneak button happens to be. And that should be a pretty straightforward way. Let me just... Bam! Here we go. And again, this is something that you feel like you might want to like loop around for this, but there's no need. You can just walk around and catch the edge of that over there, because the hitbox does extend a little bit further out that way. So I guess that's pretty nice and pretty generous. So head hitter timing again. And I made it. Barely. But it's alright. Time for some TikTok parkour. Let's go. And here, again, watch out for this wall. You want to hit this at an angle and then turn in. Bam! You are inside of the arcade machine. Rip. Hold on. Once you get good enough at like catching yourself and seeing like changes in particular with like, if you have dynamic FOV turned on, which some one jumpers do have turned off because, you know, it probably helps them focus on like getting the timings right rather than just purely from visual cues. But if like you do have that turned on, you can sometimes catch yourself when you're going like to catch a jump and see like if you're going to like mess up or something, or like it changes like the FOV, you can usually catch yourself before falling off a jump or something to that effect. So that one requires a much more precise turn than I was anticipating, but it's all right. And I guess that's a knee up, but thank goodness that they decided not to make it a knee up. So as you can see, the character development in the Erasmian YouTube channel art, as I become more jaded and cynical, the more parkour I complete. Ooh, what's our best time? I can't remember what our best time is, but that would be crazy. Okay, speedrunning time. Time to lock in for real, chat. Speedrunning, again, as old as video games themselves, granted as old as humanity itself. We always like to do things fast as possible whenever someone wants to do that kind of thing. Yeah, I could just skip that. Do not, if you fail into this, go to the slime, the coin slot. Okay. Slime, and then I want to go around that way. I could skip that, but I'm not about to risk it. More TikTok parkour, which is, you know, deceptive because so much of the time, I think it is possible to just land it in there, but thank goodness for the ladder that helped me out there. So I guess we're hopping into the video game. If you die in the video game, you die in real life. Oh, there might be a slime. There it is. Yeah, I think this one you do require a bit of a run up. For me, playing with this FOV, turning over like this helps me out a lot. But again, that could be different depending on your FOV. I, for some reason, like to do Neos from the left rather than from the right. I guess I just kind of gravitated toward that personal preference. Rip. I'll be back. You have to experiment with what works for you. I guess that's the beauty of parkour, because it's so adaptable, so malleable. So I guess you have a shared body of knowledge, of course, and shared strategies, shared mindsets and approaches. But parkour is different for every person you encounter. What your friend playing parkour might say about a jump could be total garbo to you. And what works for me might not work for you. It's a matter of a journey of self-discovery, as cringe as that sounds. But I did want to try and chain this, so here we go. We're close to sky, friends. We're close to sky. Sky. Sky? I guess that's a fun recurring joke from the other community. You can make this jump from here. And yep, And we are back with a much better time actually on our hands than I was expecting. But, oh my gosh, this has been arduous to say the least. See, that's where we failed. It's a matter of timing. Thank goodness there's no X-facing neops in particular in this section. So, uh-oh, swearing in another language. See, the thing is when you're tired, you get scared and you make easily avoidable mistakes, like mistakes that you could otherwise avoid. But yeah, no, again, remembering from the Jumpcraft videos, my Rankup 4 video will contain a pretty good strat that another OG player, Yogosen, taught me, where you jam and you turn slightly when you have like a 2-block running section. So, needless to say, goated with the sauce for real. Alright, sky time. Basically with the sky we have, yeah. If I sound extra cooked just because I've been trying to get back up to this section for like the entire day, we're going to want to do max force momentum here. Hit him with the diagonal. Go over to this section. This is where, you know, it gets really risky. Oh, see, and that really does scare me a little. Definitely, even if I've done it, I'm gonna practice this. No. Oh my god, fuck this. We're gonna have to fucking send it. Yes. Not the lag back registering the particles way fucking late. Like these are all. That one almost sold us. That one almost sold us. I can't. Okay. Hold on, let's practice this. Okay, no, that's free if we don't mess it up. Okay. Back to the intense music. Oh my god, yes! Yes! Fuck yes! Oh my gosh. Oh, oh, chat, it took us forever to get back here, but we did it. That was another episode of Rankup, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As you can see, with more progression comes more suffering, if you're bad like me in particular. But I'm sure that with more time, more practice, better sleep, and just better balanced life in general, we can actually improve our parkour skills. But yay, we made it! We can hop in place without, you know, being too nervous about falling off. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you remember that HPK is still alive, still well. And that the admins are working on getting this thing back up and running. Take care, have a good one, and see you in the next video. Bye!